Right, this is just a quick presentation on fire safety with regards to the National Construction Code. Alright, the objectives of the section is to safeguard people from illness or injury, safeguard occupants from illness or injury due to fire, facilitate the activities of emergency services, avoid the spread of fire and protect other people. And you will see that in the NCC. Alright, performance requirements include for fire safety are from CP1 to CP9, if you can refer that to Volume 1. And that also includes Section C for fire resistance, stability, compartmentation, separation and protection of openings. The minimum type of fire resisting construction of a building must be that specified in Table C1, as you can see below. And that includes for Class A, B and C buildings. Keep in mind Class A is the most fire resistant, where Class C is the least fire resistant. So don't be confused with the building class. Okay, that just determines the level of fire resistance. Okay, so that being A is the higher risk, such as high rise for high occupant buildings, and then type C includes buildings that have a lower risk and is thus the least fire resistant. Alright, so where a deemed to satisfy provision requires a building element to have an FRL, it must be determined in accordance with Spec A23. And you can check that in Volume 1, Section A of the General Provisions. And that would also include the FRL of a building element. So you say to yourself, well, what is an FRL? It means the grading periods in minutes determined in accordance with Spec A23, which simply means the structural adequacy, integrity and insulation of a building. Okay? Just have a quick note on that. The dash means that there is no requirement for that criteria. So for example, if you have 90 dash dash, that means there is no requirement for an FRL for integrity and insulation. And if you have 3 dashes, dash dash dash, that means there's no requirement for FRL. In relation to an FRL, it means this ability, this is for structural adequacy, the ability to maintain stability and adequate load-bearing capacity as determined in the Australian Standard 1530, and we'll get to that in a moment, what that one refers to. Integrity in relation to the FRL means the ability to resist the passage of flames and hot gases specified in the Australian Standard as discussed. Alrighty, so check that. You can find that in the definitions section of the NCC. Insulation means the ability to maintain a temperature on the surface not exposed to the furnace below the limits specified in the same Australian Standard. So that means that obviously it's not getting too hot on those walls while you're trying to get through. Alright, and the Australian Standard 1530 refers to the fire test of building materials. It provides methods of determining the performance of external construction elements when exposed to radiant heat, burning embers and burning debris. Some other information that includes the Australian Standards HB 46-2010, so fire safety in the home, and AS 3959, construction of buildings in bushfire prone areas. There's also, I've got a couple of links there that refer to some videos with regards to fire safety. Alright, once that's complete, or you're happy with going through this PowerPoint presentation, then just go to the Moodle for the BCA and just complete the fire safety topic quiz.